This is a message to Andrew Bailey, the sole deputy director of the FBI, on January 5th, 2026. So, Andrew, Mr. Bailey, Deputy Director Bailey, don't let us down like Dan Bongina just did, okay? How about you start with the following things today? 1, elevate every single whistleblower from the Biden criminal syndicate era into the highest positions, meaning your chief of staff, your deputies, etc. Some of the names that I'm thinking of, how about Steve Friend? How about Garrett O'Boyle? How about even Kyle Seraphin? Because they stood their ground, right, during the Biden criminal syndicate reign of terror. That's your first line of defense against the deep state. Next, elevate every single unjabbed critical thinking employee to fill every single SES position. Okay, every senior executive position in the FBI must be filled with unjabbed purebloods. Why? Because they were critical thinkers, and their actions of defending themselves against tyranny are proven. That is the litmus test. 3, how about you remove every single COVID product poisoned FBI employee after that? And you know what? You can give them an out. You can give them an opportunity to maybe save face by doing the following. You put out an administrative-wide message saying, hey, the following is going to happen. You jabbed are not going to have badge access, meaning you cannot enter any FBI facility to perform on your duties until you do the following. You write up a sworn affidavit with 2 parts to it. You list every single person that coerced you into taking the jab, okay, during the COVID reign of tyranny. And then you list all the text, you add the text messages, emails, communications, meetings, everything, all work product related to you being coerced and duped into taking the unsafe and ineffective products, okay? You name names, all the senior leadership and your colleagues that did that on the circumstances upon which you took the jab, okay? The justification, if you will. On the second part, you write every single source of information that you used. You compile everything that you consumed in order to come to the decision to justify taking the jab, which social media platforms you used, which particular content creators that you relied on in order to convince yourself of it, which mainstream media outlets. Name the names, the organizations, and the names, and you compile that sworn affidavit of who defrauded you into accepting the jab, okay, and who violated the law. Next, we go ahead and administratively punish with all tools available to the FBI, all FBI employees that coerced their colleagues and employees into the jab, okay, Mr. Bailey? That's very important. You need to cleanse the entire system. Number 5, I'm just giving you the top 5, small list for today, for your first day. Remaining employees must be used to conduct live stream swatting raids in coordination with your partners, as Cash likes to say, in partnership with state police, with county sheriffs. And you know what? Urge those county sheriffs to go ahead and deputize every single law enforcement person, retired, right? As well as military service members, retired and ejected from their particular jurisdictions, whether it's police force, sheriff's office, and military service member. We're talking about 100,000 service members, and who knows how many tens of thousands of military personnel, law enforcement personnel were ejected for being critical thinkers and not participating in the mass medical experiment known as the jab distribution campaign. Deputize all of them. They now are positioned to go ahead and conduct maximum retribution. So that's your list. This is my direct order, if you will, from the Department of Retribution. Let's see how well you do.